What's good, me Spurs family? It's your boy Flicks back with another Tottenham reaction video. So, we all know the current situation at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. It is rotten from top to bottom. Early days still, sort of in the Premier League. Saying that we're about halfway now. But Tottenham are turning out to be in the same situation as last season under Postecoglou. So my question from me to you, are you Thomas Frank in or are you Thomas Frank out? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments section, but roll the intro first and I'll crack on with the rest of the Thomas Frank in or out situation. Come on. Yes guys, new to my channel, get subscribing, smash the likes, have your say in the comments section about today's topic. Please get sharing the channel. I'd really appreciate it. So, Thomas Frank. Now, where do we start with Thomas Frank? The first thing I want to know is, because it's very split, not just with Tottenham fans, but football fans in general. So, are you Thomas Frank in or are you Thomas Frank out? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments section. If you're going to ask me, Flicks, what are your thoughts on Thomas Frank? Right now, I have to say I'm Thomas Frank out, because we've only got to look back to last season under Postecoglou. The way things are going right now, it's turning out to be the same situation. If we're not careful, we could finish 4th, 5th from bottom, whatever, with about 21, 22 league defeats. Yeah, we got a trophy at the end of it last season. That just papered over the cracks. But put that aside. Look at the football club itself, the way it's run. You've only got to look back. Think back to the Pochettino days. We were always guaranteed top 4. Yeah, we didn't get a trophy with Poch, but we was always guaranteed top 4. Challenge for the titles, challenging for trophies. You know what I mean? At the same time, we was entertaining. Scoring the goals as well. We was always scoring the goals. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sorry, I've got my little boy now. But, look, come on. The current situation right now is absolutely atrocious. Yeah, you tell them. It's absolutely atrocious. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Think back. Going back to the Poch days again. Would one of them players have a problem trying to get into our current team? No. Our current team, compared to that squad back in the day, not one of our current boys would start over that squad. No way. No way would they. So not only that, it's the board. The board are to answer for. The recruitment as well have to answer for, because it's been going on for such a long time now. Such a long time. Yeah, Levy's gone, and I'm so glad he's gone. I've been calling for Levy to go again for such a long time, but that's only a small part of it that's actually left the football club. Know what I mean? It's the Lewis family. We're into January now. January transfer market's open. Are we actually going to get anyone in? And when I say are we going to get anyone in, I mean decent quality, not just your old average Tom, Dick and Harry just off the streets, you know, like he would do. Yeah, that one there, he would do. You know what I mean? This is what I mean with the recruitment. The scouts, what do they actually look for when they get people in? Obviously, when we had Daniel Levy, it was all about okayish average. He might do all right. Yeah, he might be up and coming. It was all about paying low wages. That was it. And that can't continue. That cannot continue. We were very lucky back in with the Pochettino days. Very lucky. Very lucky. For some reason, for some miracle, we were just lucky to have a good few years, few seasons under Poch, entertaining, scoring goals, fantastic squad. But at the same time, we didn't continue that back when Pochettino said, look, I've got a fantastic new home. I need some new furniture now. I've taken this team as far as I could take, but I need some new furniture in. And he wasn't backed enough. And since then, we've gone through the same cycle time and time and time again. He was gone. Jose come in, a winnable manager. We've all seen what he done at Chelsea, but he couldn't do any of that at Tottenham. Antonio Conte, again, a winnable manager. We've seen him achieve things at other clubs like Jose Mourinho, but come to Tottenham, can't do it. He even spoke his mind, yet he was kicked out a day or two after. Know what I mean? The same thing happened to Ruben Amorim only a few days ago. He spoke his mind. Managers don't last nowadays. They're not given, not so much not given their tools or whatever, but they're just not given time. Look at the Fergie days. I know I'm going off subject now, but look at the Alex Ferguson days with Man United back in the day. If any of you looked into your history, he actually got Man United relegated, but they stuck by him. Look what he done. He achieved. Won so many Premier League titles. The Champions League, FA Cups, etc. He achieved that. But now look at them. They're rotten to the core. You know, Tottenham are going the same way, but we were just lucky to win that Europa League final against Man United last season under Ange. And, you know, like I said earlier, that papered over the cracks, winning our first major trophy in 17 years. But here we are again. Same cycle, time and time again. So, yeah, back to the Thomas Frank situation. Right now, I am saying Frank out. Of course, don't get me wrong. You know, let's not get this twisted. I like Thomas Frank. He should have stayed at Brentford. He should have stayed at Brentford. What he done at Brentford, he done a remarkable job. But no disrespect to Brentford fans, by the way, but coming from Brentford to Spurs, like I said before in my previous videos, is a whole different ball game. It's a massive step up from Brentford to Spurs. We all know that. Well, you should know that. And at the same time, he's not helping himself with the subs, like leaving João Palhinha out. Just recently, leaving João Palhinha out and Sarr before he went on to AFCON. Leaving those boys out who we're all calling to start. Another one's Bergville. You know, it's at the same time, bit like Ange, not helping himself. It's not helping himself. But at the end of the day, we need the tools. We need the quality, not just your average Tom, Dick and Harry. Like I said, we need quality tools, like your Bosch. Like I mean, you know what I mean? Top quality, Bosch. Not freaking Fisher Price. Don't want none of that. We don't want that. We want quality. So the question, that's another story. But are we going to get quality in to back him to kick on? You know, if Thomas Frank does go, who comes in? In my opinion, if you're going to say Flicks, if Thomas Frank goes, who do you want to see in? Well, for those of you that know me, I've said it before, I want Pochettino back. But obviously that won't happen until after the World Cup, which is not too far away now. So maybe we do have to stick by Frank till the end of the season, and then we kick on a bit more from them. We see what can happen. You know, who can we get in? You know, it's absolutely crazy. And to think how we started at the start of the season, kicking Man City aside, you know what I mean? But then we go and lose to Bournemouth. We drop points against Wolves, picked up a point. You know what I mean? We nearly lost that. When Wolves are sitting rock bottom of the table, one win under their belt as I currently speak. You know what I mean? We're dropping points against teams that we should be dominating and winning against. We can't have the same cycle. Cannot have that. We need to be kicking on now. We're a big football club, massive stadium. But the players that play in there are not showing that. We are not showing that. So, let's hear your thoughts in the comment section, Spurs fans. Are you Frank in or are you Frank out? And slightly going off subject, who would you like to see join the football club, as in player-wise? And if Frank does go, who do you want to see take over Frank's role? Again, let's hear your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you guys on the next video. Take it easy.